when people leave you, and two key ideas. So recently, my girlfriend left me, and it got me thinking about my past, thinking about the relationship I just had. And I want to make this video in order to help maybe somebody who has been left, has been abandoned, has been betrayed, has whatever, separation. A loss of a relationship is one of the hardest things that you can experience, whether it's a long time, a divorce, or even a short relationship can be very painful. Now, I have a lot of experience with this, so fortunately I know exactly how to handle it. And the first thing I focus on personally is I stay attached to my goals and optimistic about my future, right? I know that doesn't come natural for everybody, but I always have talked about writing down your goals on paper and giving yourself direction for your life, right? So important. I've done this so much that I don't miss a beat. I know exactly what I'm doing every day, why I'm doing it, and how that's creating a better future for myself, right? So that's number one, is you have to have goals. And number two is you really need to always take care of your health. Your physical, your mental, emotional health are your responsibility. Now, if you get depressed, if you get sad, people have a tendency to not move, and that's a big no-no. You want to try to keep moving physically, like moving, walking, running, playing sports, exercising of any sort, especially if you get really depressed after a divorce, after a breakup. You need to keep moving forward. That's something I learned from Tony Robbins. He talks about when people get depressed and they want to stop moving, right? You gotta keep your energy moving forward. You gotta force yourself to get up out of bed, set an alarm, get a workout buddy, get some support from whoever, a friend, a family member, to help you keep showing up, because it's only gonna get worse if you lay around, sit around, do nothing, ruminate, dwell on what went wrong, why did they leave me? All these negative thoughts are feeding these emotions in your body and keeping it stuck, right? Emotion is literally energy in motion. That's what the word means. So when you have these emotions, you got to get them moving out of your body, right? And the way you do that is through exercise and through talking about it. Making content like this is not only helpful to you, for my viewers, for my audience, but also for myself, right? Talking, verbally expressing it is helping move the emotions and energy out of your system, through your throat chakra, through your heart, through your body. And that's healing, and that's very healthy to do. So it's okay to talk about it with a friend or a therapist or whoever, right? Maybe you need to hire somebody, a professional, a counselor. That's a good idea, right? I like to, I read books. Like, this is a great book that talks about the ideas I just mentioned. It talks about meditation. It talks about consciousness and growing, how common people do the uncommon, right? How to overcome adversity and obstacles in life. And there's a lot of information in this book, not just positive thinking. There's so much good content out there. There's so many books. Find something, a resource to help you stay encouraged and optimistic for your future. That's the main objective, is you got to keep moving forward, and your goals are necessary for your progress, right? If you have no goals or direction, how can you make progress? And progress is the key to happiness, right? You need to make progress towards where you're going, towards who you're becoming, and that's going to make you feel happy and give you a sense of control over your life and a sense of, personal self-esteem, personal empowerment. So those are the ideas you should focus on if you have had this experience yourself. I like to always focus on my health. I do weird things like drink cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. I did about 50,000 steps the last 2 days. Like I said, I read a lot of these books. I'm almost halfway done with this book. I just started this with the person who left me just a couple weeks ago. So this book is phenomenal. And yeah, of course, like you can always reflect on what lessons you learned, reflect on what you're grateful for from the relationship. And then I'm all about love and peace and just, good feelings, right? I'm all about compassion and love. So I will pray and meditate for that person and just send them the best, because that's my truth, is I want nothing but the best for that person. And that's an idea you can implement as well. And because what kind of person are you if you're meditating and praying on emotions of love and compassion and gratitude for that person and goodwill for that person, right? Well, you're going to be a great, loving, compassionate person yourself if that's the emotional state you're in and you're wishing that to someone who may have hurt you the most, right? Someone that you loved and cared about the most, then that says a lot about you and your character. And that's something you can also do and practice every day. And that's going to help your spiritual, your personal growth as well. So those are the ideas I want to focus on. Wish you all the very best. I'll put like some links below. I know Brendan Burchard, there's programs he has that can be very beneficial, very convenient on more of these kind of ideas. If you're into that thing, you can check it out and whatnot. Thanks for watching.